Now, after SOP, we will be discussing POS, product of sum. Again, it is very simple from the terminology, product of sum. These are the sum terms. Multiply them, it will become product of sum. For example, A plus B complement plus C, A complement plus B plus C complement, A complement plus B. Product of sum terms. Three sum terms, their product is product of sum. This is POS, but this is not in standard form. This is not in standard form. Again, the same reason. This term is missing with one variable. If any term is missing with any of the variable, if any term is missing with any of the variables, then that is not in the standard form. We will try to convert it in the standard form. So it can be written as A plus B complement plus C, A complement plus B plus C complement. This A complement plus B can be written as plus C dot C complement. And then I will distribute it using the distributive law. So this will give me A plus B complement plus C, A complement plus B plus C complement, A complement plus B plus C, A complement plus B plus C complement. Now there are four terms. Now you have to check if any term is repeating. So just let me check if any term is repeating. So A plus B complement plus C, so A complement plus B. So okay, see this one. This term and this term are repeating. If any of the two terms are repeating, no need to write it two times. No need to write it two times. I can simply write A plus B complement plus C, A complement plus B plus C complement, A complement plus B plus C. No need to write it second time because it is a repeated term. Repeated term, no need to write two times, you have to write only one time. So now this is in the standard form. This is standard product of sum. Standard product of sum. As we had standard sum of product, this is standard product of sum. All the terms, all the variables are present. All the terms, all the variables are present. Now again, since we have only three variables, only 8 sum terms are possible. So if there are a limited number of possibilities, we can give a name to all the individual sum terms. Now, as we were calling product terms as min terms, here sum terms will be called as max terms. So the definition of a max term is all these sum terms in POS form, or I should say, rather I should say, all these sum terms in standard POS are called as max terms. All these sum terms in standard POS are called as max terms. So there are three max terms in this function. Now we can go to the max term table. So max term table is the heading and max term is a sum term. Min term was a product term, max term is a sum term. So sum term or max term. So only 8 combinations are possible, so max term number or max term name. Again, the only thing to remember is this part. Remember, in min terms, 0 was corresponding to complemented form. 0 was corresponding to complemented form. Here we have just opposite, 1 is corresponding to complement form and 0 will correspond to normal form. 1 will correspond to complemented form and 0 will correspond to normal form. 1 will correspond to complemented form and 0 will correspond to normal form. This is the only thing you have to remember, rest everything will come automatic. Okay, now let us complete the table. All the 3 bits are 0. 0 means normal and max term means sum term. Max term means sum term. It means it will be A plus B plus C. 1 will correspond to complement. 1 correspond to complement. So A plus B plus C complement and max term is a sum term. So I am writing in the form of a sum. Individual max term is a sum term. So this is A plus B complement plus C. A plus B complement plus C complement. A complement plus B plus C. A complement plus B plus C complement. A complement plus B complement plus C. A complement plus B complement plus C complement. Now min terms we were representing using small m, max terms will be using capital M. Max terms will be using capital M. So this is capital M0, capital M1, capital M2, capital M3, capital M4, capital M5, 6 and M7. Now you see there are 3 max terms which we can definitely find in the table. There are 3 max terms which we can definitely find in the table. A plus B complement plus C, this is max term number 2. Then A complement plus B plus C complement, this is max term number 5. A complement plus B plus C, this is max term number 4. This is in the product form, dot form. So this can be written as pi capital M 254. Again the same thing, write always the number in increasing order. Whether it be min terms or it be max terms, just write the number in increasing order. So this would be pi M 2, 4 and 5. Pi M, it would be 2, 4 and 5. Now see here. So again see, this table will always not be in front of me. Neither I have time to always draw this table. Same thing we can conclude from this step. So this step I can go like this way. See, this is pi M. Just you have to remember, complement means 1 in max term. Complement means 1 in max term. So this is 0, 1, 0. Complement means 1. This is 1, 0, 1. Complement means 1. This is 1, 0, 0. So this would become pi M 2, 5 and 4. Just write in the increasing order. This would become 2, 4 and 5. So this is the analysis of product of sum as the way we had done for sum of product. Again, one thing to keep in mind, before converting to bits, you should always make sure the sequence is A, B, C. Before converting to bits, you should always make sure the sequence is A, B and C. If we are maintaining the sequence A, B and C, it signifies A is your most significant bit and C is your least significant bit. See, again what we are doing, let me show you. Weightage is 1, 2 and 4. Weightage is 1, 2 and 4. Weightage is 1, 2 and 4. What is the sequence? Sequence is A, B and C. Sequence is A, B and C. Sequence is A, B and C. So how this is 2, this 2 directly 2. 4 plus 1 is 5. This is directly 4. So what is the sequence? A, B and C. We are giving 4 weightage to A and 1 weightage to C. So we are considering A as the most significant bit and C as the least significant bit. So before converting to bits, you should always make sure your sequence should be A, B and C. Okay. So now let us discuss some more detail about this max term. To understand what exactly max term is, I will ask you to complete the table. Now you can understand what this table is. See, this was the function given to us and this is the conclusion max terms number. So each term I have written in each of the columns and then at the end dot operation as well. So I want you to complete this table. I will also complete, then we will discuss the conclusions. Now this is the table, I have completed it. Now to understand what this 2, 4 and 5 means, so at the end of the output column, let me write the combinations 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So as expected, max terms are the combinations at which output function is logic low. In min terms, what we had concluded, min terms were the combinations at which output function was at logic high. Max terms is the combination at which output function will be at logic low, and this we have justified using this table. Now we can conclude it in a shorter way. See, don't worry about the length of the discussion. I am just trying to explain you everything in depth. For solving question, no need to worry, we will solve it in the shortest possible way. I will discuss all the problems in the shortest possible way. So don't worry how to solve the question, just try to grasp all the concepts that I am going to discuss, that I am discussing and that I will discuss in the further lecture. So don't worry for questions. Question we will solve in least amount of time with least number of steps. So we have conclusions, we have shortcuts for most of the concepts. So here just focus on grasping all the concepts, the basic meaning, what is SOP, what is POS, what is min term, what is max term, what is its significance. Okay, so now this function, same function, we are discussing same function, I am continuing. If you will see, this is a plus b complement plus c, this is a complement plus b plus c complement, and this is a complement plus b. Okay. So now if you will try to analyze this a b complement c, which combination is this? In max term, one correspond to the complemented one. So this is 0, 1, 0. This combination is 1, 0, 1, and this combination is now incomplete because C is not present. I will add C in some time. So this combination is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. This combination is A plus B complement plus C. At this combination, output function value will be 0. So at the max terms, at the combination of the max term, output value will be logic low. So just you should remember this thing, at the min terms combination output function is logic 1, at the max terms combination output function is logic low. Min terms output is logic high, max terms output is logic low. Next 1, 0, 1. So this is A complement plus B plus C complement. At this combination also output function is value 0. Now A complement plus B, we can write it C dot C complement. So this will give me two terms. This will give me two terms, A complement plus B plus C complement. So this term is 1, 0, 0 and this combination is 1, 0, 1. Combination 1, 0, 1 I have already covered, I just need to cover 1, 0, 0. So this combination is A complement plus B plus C. So at the combination of max terms, output function is at logic low. So there are 3 max terms. So for 3 max terms, we have 3 combination, and for these 3 combination, output function is logic low. It means for other combination, output function is logic 1. For other combinations, output function is logic 1. This is all the basic detail required for min terms and max terms. We have few more conclusions that we will discuss. Just one thing I want to add here, you know, but still I want to add here. This function, the conclusion we had was pi m 2, 4 and 5. The max terms number were 2, 4 and 5. So obviously, if I write the combination ABC in decimal, this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So as expected, combination 2 is logic low, combination 4 and 5 is logic low. So max terms are the combinations at which output function is at logic low. So this term, this concept you were knowing, but still I wanted to point it out.